Parisian elegance in a small apartment that redefines the elegant French lifestyle. Bonjour. Welcome back to our little corner of the internet. Today, we are ignoring the grand chateaus and instead climbing 7 flights of a creaky, winding staircase in the heart of the Marais. In Paris, the most enchanting stories are often tucked away in the former chambres de bonne, or maids' quarters. While the climb might leave us a bit breathless, the reward is a space that proves elegance isn't measured in square feet, but in the intentionality of every single object we choose to live with. When we talk about a compact Paris studio, we aren't just talking about a small room. We are discussing a philosophy of living that many of us, especially as we look to downsize or simplify later in life, find incredibly liberating. The French have mastered the art of le petit apartment by refusing to sacrifice style for the sake of utility. In this script, we'll explore how a space no larger than a standard American walk-in closet can feel like a sanctuary of high-end design. before we look at the furniture, we have to look at the bones. These tiny spaces are often centuries old, featuring slanted ceilings and exposed timber beams that have seen generations of Parisians come and go. There is a deep, quiet wisdom in these walls. For our audience in the US, UK, and beyond, there's a lesson here. Don't hide the age of your home. Those imperfections, the uneven floors and the warped wood, are exactly what provide the vintage charm we're all chasing. The centerpiece of any Parisian studio is almost always the window. Usually floor-to-ceiling and opening inward, these windows act as a lung for the apartment. They blur the line between the cramped interior and the vast, romantic sky of Paris. By keeping window treatments minimal, perhaps just a sheer linen panel, you allow the zinc gray rooftops to become part of your wallpaper. It's about using the world outside to make the world inside feel infinitely larger. If there is one opinion I hold most dearly, it's that a small space without a massive mirror is a missed opportunity. In French design, a gilded Trumeau mirror placed opposite a window isn't just vanity, it's a structural tool. It bounces the soft Parisian light into the dark corners and creates a visual hallway that tricks the eye. It adds a touch of 18th century grandeur to a room that might otherwise feel like a shoebox. You won't find many neon colors in a classic Parisian studio. Instead, we see a sophisticated mastery of off-whites, putty, and dove gray. By keeping the walls light, the boundaries of the room seem to recede. However, the secret is in the texture. Using a lime wash paint or a subtle plaster finish adds depth. This ensures the room feels like a cozy cocoon rather than a sterile hospital ward, providing a perfect backdrop for vintage finds. Let's talk about what's underfoot. The classic French Point de Hongrie, or Chevron parquet floor, is a design staple for a reason. The diagonal lines create a sense of movement and direction, leading the eye across the floor and making the narrowest room feel expansive. For those of us looking to renovate, investing in high-quality flooring is the single most effective way to elevate a tiny space from cramped to curated. The biggest mistake people make in small apartments is buying small furniture that looks like it belongs in a dollhouse. Parisian designers do the opposite. They choose a few full-sized, iconic pieces. A single, well-made velvet armchair from a designer like Pierre Paulin creates a focal point. It says, "I live here with intention." It's better to have one magnificent chair than 4 tiny, uncomfortable ones that clutter the visual field. In a Paris studio, the kitchen is often a bijou affair. Tiny, sparkling, and incredibly efficient. The French approach is to integrate the kitchen so seamlessly that it almost disappears. Think of integrated appliances and cabinets painted the exact same color as the walls. This creates a monochromatic look that prevents the room from feeling chopped up into functional zones. It allows the living area to remain the star of the show. a space where you can't add more walls, you use fabric to create soft boundaries. High-quality linens, heavy velvet drapes, and silk cushions are the soft architecture of a French home. They absorb sound, which is vital in old city buildings, and add a layer of tactile luxury. For our viewers who value comfort, remember that a small space allows you to splurge on the best fabrics because you simply don't need as many yards. As we get older, we realize that we don't need more things, we need the right things. The Parisian lifestyle is built on la curation. Every vase, book, and candle is there because it serves a purpose or sparks a memory. In a cramped studio, there is no room for filler. This script encourages you to look at your belongings with a critical eye. If it doesn't have a story, does it really deserve a spot in your sanctuary? When square footage is at a premium, off-the-shelf furniture is rarely the answer. Parisian designers love bespoke, floor-to-ceiling shelving. By building into the vertical space, you free up the floor. These bibliothèques often house everything from clothes to cookbooks. It's an educational lesson in utilizing the dead space above your head, which is often the most underused asset in any small apartment or home. Even a bathroom the size of an airplane lavatory can feel like a spa with the right touches. In Paris, you'll often see unlacquered brass fixtures and marble offcuts used in even the smallest studios. These materials age beautifully, developing a patina that tells a story. My opinion? Never skimp on the hardware. Touching a heavy, cool brass handle every morning is a small human luxury that makes a tiny home feel expensive. You'll rarely see a Parisian balcony, no matter how small, without a burst of greenery. Geraniums in summer or dried eucalyptus in winter bridge the gap between the indoors and the city. In a compact studio, plants should be treated like living sculptures. A single, tall olive tree in a terracotta pot provides a vertical element that draws the eye upward, emphasizing the height of the ceilings rather than the narrowness of the floor. No Parisian home is complete without a trouvaille. A lucky find from the Marquet aux Puces de Saint-Ouen. Mixing a sleek, modern lamp with a weathered, 19th century wooden stool is the heartbeat of French eclecticism. This mix of eras prevents a small space from feeling like a furniture showroom. It gives the apartment a soul, making it feel like it has been inhabited by a person of culture and curiosity over many years. In many studios, the bed is also the sofa. But instead of a clunky pull-out couch, the French often use a sophisticated daybed. Dressed with an abundance of cushions and a heavy linen throw, it functions as a lounge during the day and a luxurious nest at night. It's a lesson in multi-use design that doesn't feel like a compromise, but rather a chic stylistic choice for the modern urbanite. If you want your small apartment to feel like a vintage film, throw away your overhead big light. Parisians rely on a layered lighting scheme, table lamps, floor lamps, and even a small candle or two. This creates pockets of light and shadow, which adds mystery and depth to a room. It's an easy, low-cost way to change the entire mood of your home from utility to intimacy the moment the sun sets. We often forget that our homes are experienced with more than just our eyes. A cramped space can feel overwhelming if it doesn't smell airy. A high-quality candle with notes of cedar, leather, or orange blossom is a staple in French interiors. It's a non-visual way to define your space. For our audience, this is a reminder that the feeling of a home is often found in these invisible, sensory details that make a space feel truly human. You might think hosting a dinner party in 250 square feet is impossible, but the French would disagree. It's about the apéro culture: small plates, good wine, and intimate conversation. A small space forces guests to lean in and engage. My opinion? The most memorable nights aren't spent in cavernous dining rooms, but squeezed around a small marble table where the laughter echoes off the vintage mirrors and the wine flows freely. Living in a small Parisian studio is only possible because the city itself is your living room. The local cafe is your office. The public park is your garden. This script suggests that a compact life actually encourages you to engage more with your community. For those of us in the US or Australia, perhaps the lesson is to stop trying to fit our entire lives inside our houses and start reclaiming the beauty of our neighborhoods. We must tip our hats to designers like Charlotte Perriand, who pioneered living small in the mid-20th century. Her modular furniture was designed specifically for the new way of living. By looking at her work, we learn that furniture should be functional, mobile, and beautiful. These educational icons teach us that design should serve the human being, not the other way around. A small home is the perfect laboratory for this theory. One of the most opinionated stances I take is that small space living is the ultimate form of sustainability. When you don't have room for junk, you stop buying it. You save up for that one perfect French ceramic bowl or that hand-woven rug. This buy once, buy well mentality is something our demographic understands deeply. It's about building a legacy of quality items that can be passed down, rather than disposable furniture that ends up in a landfill. There is a profound psychological benefit to living in a stylish, compact space. It forces a mental decluttering. When your environment is orderly and beautiful, your mind often follows suit. The Parisian elegance we see in these studios isn't just for show, it's a tool for a calm, focused life. It allows us to focus on our hobbies, our travels, and our relationships rather than the maintenance of stuff. You don't need a French zip code to adopt this lifestyle. Start by clearing one surface and placing a single, beautiful object there. Paint your walls a warm white. Switch out a plastic light fixture for something vintage. The French lifestyle is really just about the refusal to accept the mundane. It's a commitment to finding beauty in the small, daily rituals of life, regardless of how many rooms you have in your house. In conclusion, a tiny apartment isn't a limitation, it's a love letter to the things that truly matter. Whether you are living in a compact studio in Paris or a bungalow in Sydney, the principles remain the same. Cherish the history, prioritize the light, and never settle for a home without a soul. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the rooftops of Paris. Until next time, remember that elegance is an attitude, not a floor plan.